It's getting to be that time of year again. Yes, I know. Thankfully, finally, we can put that horrific winter in the rearview mirror, and spring has been around for just about 2 weeks at this point. And you might be noticing that some people are being a little bit more stuffed up than others. They might have swelling around the eyes. They might have redness in the eyes. No, they aren't partaking in some of the other things that might be budding this time of year, but instead they're experiencing seasonal allergies, thanks to either snow, mold, or many other things that come about this time of the year with all of the thawing that's happening. And I know it's running wild up here, brother, but what can you do to ease said seasonal allergies? Well, specifically, what can you eat? Because I'm not about shoveling pills on anybody. I want to figure out what is the easiest, simplest, most natural way that we can go about this. What did a randomized placebo-controlled double-blind study of food that costs pennies a day for ragweed allergy sufferers find? A great deal is asked of our immune system, but it is firstly required to respond rapidly and violently to invaders. You love to see it. But at the same time limits both the duration of the response and the collateral damage to the host. Anaphylactic shock, which is defined as a serious allergic reaction that is rapid in onset and may cause death-like symptoms when someone with a peanut allergy dies after eating one, or exposed to it, or whatever, I don't know what kids these days are allergic to, is an example of an overreactive immune response. On the flip side, an underreactive immune response, which can put you at risk of infection. Aha! If you suffer from a severe trauma, for example, you're not enough for you to get to a trauma center. The death related to sepsis, blood infection, major problem. A primary factor developing of sepsis and depression. I don't care. What can we eat to feel better? How about that? You may recall that I talked previously. I don't know if I did. I don't know if this author did, but I'll take his word for it, about the role of oral beta glucans in the form of nutritional yeast to boost immune function. Aha! Nutritional yeast. It's not like, bread yeast, which is just bad for you anyways, but nutritional yeast is a good type of bacteria, and it has like a cheesy taste to it. It's very good. Highly recommend it. Boost immune function in adults and children. Beta glucans are so immunostimulatory. That just seems like a meme word. Though, might they increase inflammation and worsen allergies? Actually, dietary yeast may offer the best of both worlds, possessing both anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial abilities. On one hand, yeast beta glucans activate the immune system to prevent infections, and on the other hand, they are capable of reducing inflammatory reactions. Given their best of both worlds nature, enhancing immune defense while simultaneously downregulating inflammations, beta glucans are suggested as a replacement for immunosuppressive drugs that treat inflammatory diseases like inflammatory bowel disease, IBS. It turns out that it's not a good idea for Crohn's disease or another disease called hidradenitis suppurativa. Those are made up words. Though it can make things worse, but what about allergies like hay fever? Oh, and best foods for hay fever, whatever. Researchers performed a nasal provocation test with tree pollen. That sounds like torture. And then siphoned off some mucus. Subjects who have been taking beta glucans had lower levels of some inflammatory compounds based only on the finding. And the research suggested beta glucans may help people with hay fever, but you don't know until it's put to the test. Randomized, placebo-controlled, double-blind study compared the effects of the daily supplementation with about a teaspoon of nutritional yeast worth of beta-glucans versus placebo for a month on physical and psychological health attributes in the self-described moderate ragweed allergy sufferers. The ragweed family is one of the leading causes of hay fever. If you can't see at 3 minutes 2 seconds of his video, shameless plug, oh my gosh. While you give people a placebo, nothing much happens. In contrast, the beta-glucan group experiences a significant drop in symptoms and symptom severity. Fewer runny noses, fewer itchy eyes, and fewer sleep problems. It's no wonder why they have less tension, less depression, less anger, fatigue, confusion, and more vigor. Improvements in allergy symptoms, overall physical health, emotional well-being, and beta glucan found in a single teaspoon of nutritional yeast would cost about 5 cents a day. Can you spare 5 cents a day? I don't know about that. Find a way to work in nutritional yeast, Probably. You can use it as a topper on a salad. There you go. Problem solved. This in part of an extended series looking at very simple, very easy way to curb your seasonal allergies. Nutritional yeast, the more you know. Enjoy your weekend, guys. Hopefully, if you suffer from any seasonal allergies, you can put this information to good use to make it worth your while. With all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. Why don't you follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.